And we live.
And we're live. What's up, everybody? Happy New Year. We're super excited. This is our first YouTube live interview series of 2021.
Yeah, so super excited. We're gonna let some people join on. We got a special guest. Super excited about what this queen and her husband has been able to accomplish. Man, in literally a calendar year. And I mean, literally the ROI, man, the revenue she had was huge. But I mean, when you talk about the profit that she was able to take in is incredible. And man, I'm looking forward to it. Y'all know every interview we do is always, it's always dope. We always learn something new. You guys learn something new. So we're super excited.
Yeah, they're very authentic. This is our first time bringing this individual on. This is our first time that we're actually talking to her and learning about what she has done, outside of like the Instagram DM or, things of that nature. So we're super excited to actually hear from her herself, for her to talk about her success so far in mobile home investing.
Yeah, so do me a favor, right? As you're jumping on, who else do you know should be on here tonight? Do me a favor. Share this live with at least 3 to 4 people. Share the live because y'all know all the lives are always fire. Mm-hmm. Also, put in the comments where you checking in from. We always want to know where you checking in from, what part of the country you're in, and that what we do. We got to do our roll call. Make sure you guys are on your toes, participating, and we got a great one for you.
Yes, sir.
So as we wait for you guys to drop in the comments where you're checking in from, we're super excited for this next guest. And like always, you all will learn something new. All right, Dave, what's up, Dave? Dave checking in from Pittsburgh, PA.
What's going on, Dave? Thanks for joining us. We got T-Mac from Atlanta.
What's up, T-Mac? How you feeling? Who else? Where we checking in from? So delayed today. Okay, we got ATL. Okay. Is that 112D Carlisle? I wonder you related to our guest. All right, we got Chandrell. What's going on, Queen? Dallas?
Gabe.
What's up, Gabe? In the Facebook group, we got H-Town in the place.
What's up? Shout out to our Facebook group family.
Shalonda,
ATL.
Who else? Okay, we got Tiffany from Chicago, Gary. Brandy, what's up? Jacksonville in the house. Oh, man, I love it. We checking in.
That's what's up. I love it. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Yes. So I think it's about that time that we can go ahead and what you think? You ready to bring the guests on? Listen, are y'all ready for our special guest? Oh,
I'm the hubby. Okay.
I'm the husband. Right. Okay, that's what I'm talking about, King.
Hubby?
We're going to need them comments active because I know you're going to be bringing in some heat as well. So listen, if y'all ready to bring on our next guest, I want you to put in the chat, go Tiffany. We got to warm it up. I want y'all to put go Tiffany. Let's get Tiffany on here. We're going to warm it up. I need to see them comments. Let's go ahead. Y'all know how we do. ATL, let's go. Oh, man, we are. What's up, family? We got AH. Let's get it.
What's up? Welcome to the family.
And I think our comments is a little delayed, so without further ado, okay, there we go. I was like, I know they somewhere, right? We got to warm it up. We got to make sure the guest knows that y'all came to see her, and yeah, let's get it. All right, without further ado,
let's bring Tiffany.
What's up, Tiffany?
Hey guys.
Oh man, you see the warm welcome. Everybody is excited. They ready for this interview. These are always golden, and we had to get it warmed up for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad to be on. It's a pleasure. Have followed you guys for a while now, so I'm excited to be on.
Oh man.
Yes. So we're super excited to have you as well. So we just gonna hop right into it. We're gonna get the people what they're here for.
Yes.
You and mobile home investing. So, Tiffany, start out. Let us know your location and your background. Let the people know who Tiffany is.
So I am located in Metro Atlanta. So I saw everybody from Atlanta. Hey, Atlanta. I am actually born in Atlanta, which is rare these days because we have such an influx of out-of-towners, but it's awesome. So I'm from Atlanta. in terms of real estate background, I am, well, me personally, I am a wife. I'm a mother of 4 small children. Like I said, grew up in Atlanta, went to college in Atlanta, invest in Atlanta. So, from here, born and raised. Have been investing in real estate for the last 5 years. So since 2015,
Wow.
and started my journey with single family, actually. And then it's only been a year since we transitioned to mobile homes accidentally, by the way. But it's been an amazing journey since. So been involved in real estate since 2015, started with single family. It was really a challenge. Just Atlanta, as you guys know, it's a really hot market and it's very competitive. So just finding my footing there was, it was a struggle. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. It was an absolute struggle, but we've been able to be successful and have been able to accomplish a lot over the last, I would say, 3 years.
Nice.
Man, I love that. Somebody put, you
old Atlanta.
Yes, you old Atlanta.
I love it. We got some other people, ATL in the building. I love it. Man, so that's so dope. Again, like you said, just already a year in it and you've been able to make a huge impact. So how did you get, I like how you say, you kind of stumbled across mobile home investing on accident. So how did you get introduced to mobile home investing?
Okay, so when you guys, I'll back it up. So 2018 was just a really challenging year for us for real estate investing. We happened to get 2 just really difficult tenants and it lasted all year long. So when we were able to get rid of those properties, I took a break. Like I took a legitimate break. For the majority of 2019, I was actually pregnant with our 4th child, our son. So towards the end of the year, my husband and I had decided that we were going to start back marketing, doing the things that we were doing to get deals, single family homes. So we had a gentleman call us who wanted to sell 14 mobile homes. And at this time, we didn't know anything about you guys. So to be looking for single family and you get a phone call from a seller who's like, I have 14 mobile homes. We're like, we don't want any mobile homes. Like, we were not looking for mobile homes. Like, sorry, sir. But my husband and I, we got married young. We got married when I was 20 and he was 22. And we made a lot of mistakes early on. So we vowed by this saying, which is look well into the matter. So rather than just brushing this guy off, I said, I'm going to look well into the matter. I prayed about it. I'm like, look, Lord, I'm looking for some deals, but I don't know about no mobile homes. So I think maybe a week later, Earn Your Leisure released the interview with you guys.
Wow.
And when I saw that interview with you all, I was like, yo, when you guys showed the numbers, like the cash on cash return, I was like, oh, let me call this man back ASAP. Like, where is he? I was blowing up his phone. He was a really nice guy. So we were able to get just off of so because I had the background of real estate investing, I was already knowledgeable. So when you guys did the presentation where you showed the cash on cash return, for me, that was a home run. That's all I needed to go forward. So at that point, we reached back out to him. We tried to get 10 under contract. Because my plan was to wholesale them. He didn't want, I'm sorry. I wanted him to seller finance them. He did not want to seller finance. So we ended up getting 4 under contract. And then later on, we got a 5th one under contract. So we were able to buy a few of those. We were able to wholesale some. So we already had a lot of knowledge in our tool belt to be able to do different things with deals. So once we got those under contract and started moving them, that's when I purchased you all's course. And from your course, the knowledge that you give in your course, I mean, I am going to give you guys a shameless plug here. Like, if you're about purchasing their course and you're interested in real estate, like, purchase their course. I participated in a lot of different programs, but you guys make it so plain. You walk everybody through it. If you don't know anything about real estate, like, really purchase their course. Like, if you're on the fence, do it. It's worth it.
Man,
thank you so
I appreciate
much.
you so much. And I love it because everybody, this is our first conversation. This is our first time seeing each other. That's what I'm like, so dope.
Right. We woke up this morning like, okay, we booked Tiffany. Okay, we had to kind of think about it. Like, this is how real this is. Like, all of this is authentic. So, man.
No, that's super dope.
Yeah, so man, I love how you kind of already transitioned to like what that first deal was. So we know, you let us know what your profit was last year. You did about 9 deals, made about $45,000 in profit. But let's still, talk about the beginning. Let's walk us through like kind of what that first deal was like, what strategy you used. It sounds like you wholesaled your first deal, and then talk about the profit made.
Okay, so and I'm actually, as I'm talking to you guys, I'm going to pull up my notes because I need my memory refreshed. So October 2019 is when you guys, or at least Earn Your Leisure, released the interview. So they released the interview. That's the same exact time, a week prior to, a seller contacted us, said he had 14 mobile homes. These mobile homes were in a mobile home park. He had tenants in all of them. And that can be a little tricky because for those who are less experienced, when you're dealing with tenants, you're dealing with not only the deal that you have to work with, but you also have to be mindful of that lease that seller has with the tenants. So let's just talk about although we got 4 under contract. So saw your interview. Based on the knowledge we had, we went back to the seller. We were able to have a conversation with him. And we were able to get 4 under contract at $10,000 each. So 4 mobile homes, $10,000 each, is $40,000. At this time, no, we did not have $40,000 in cash. So I knew off bat we needed to wholesale these. So I did not, at that time, I didn't even know how to evaluate comps for mobile homes because it's very different than single family. You can't just look at MLS. You can't just look at Zillow. So I started looking on Facebook Marketplace. As you guys mentioned, Facebook Marketplace is the top place to go as it pertains to mobile homes. And just started looking at other numbers like, okay, what are other people selling these mobile homes for? And guys, although, I had invested in real estate, I was really nervous because there are so many different niches in real estate. It's as though you're beginning from scratch each time. So I'm really nervous. I'm like, I'm getting these deals under contract with this man. I don't know if I'm going to be able to sell them. I don't really know much about mobile homes. So I will say I did have this little tool. My husband grew up in a mobile home. Able to go into the mobile home and say, yes, Tiffany, this is good. Cause I'm going in a mobile home. Like, I don't know what I'm I don't know what I'm looking for. I don't know if this is good or bad. And he guided me through that process. He's like, no, this is a good deal. And mind you, at this time, guys, I'm 8.5 months pregnant. So, like I said, we were able to get them under contract. We went and evaluated the properties. I looked at Facebook Marketplace in order to give myself some type of indication of what they might be worth. I completely undervalued them, but I said, okay, if we can wholesale some for $13,500. So our purchase price, we were under contract for $10,000. I put the initial one on Facebook Marketplace for $13,500. One day later, I had 50 messages in my box. And I said, one, I underpriced these. I knew it. I just knew it. If you have that much interest, you've underpriced. So I started going through the process of finding, I put them on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist and had just lots of hits from both places. So ended up finding a seller on Craigslist who met us. We were able to go over to the mobile home. She was able to look at it. She got it under contract with us. She had to put down $500 deposit, and she backed out. So, fish out of water. I'm really nervous now.
Right.
So it just so happened that we have a network of just people who invest in real estate. So we were able to meet someone out of New York City whose daughter lives here in Georgia. she was able to look at the property. 13 for someone from New York, buying a piece of property that you can rent out for $13,500 is unheard of.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she was able to come down, and guys, I think this is like Thanksgiving week. She came down, she was able to complete the purchase. And for those of you who might be wholesaling, I was completely transparent with everybody.
Yeah.
I know sometimes like wholesalers with single families, you can kind of hide the fact that you're a wholesaler. With mobile homes, because it's just a bill of sale and title, for me at least, and this may not be other people's experience, but for me, I just didn't want the weight of not disclosing information to the seller and the buyer and the tenant. So because everybody was involved in the deal, it went pretty smoothly once we found that, that buyer. So we made $3,500 off the person who actually bought it. And then we kept that $500 that we required from the other seller. The other buyer, we were able to get $4,000 total off that first deal.
Wow.
Man, I love it. I'm just listening like Arlonda had said, you did it scared, right? And then the fact that you had hubby like, yo, hey, baby, I grew up in a mobile home. So, what I'm saying? And it was just like how everything aligned. Then even finding a buyer in New York.
In New York.
Y'all listening? Is y'all listening?
Yeah, they say your network is your net worth, right? You said you knew somebody in real estate who kind of knew somebody that was looking to probably purchase an investment property. And like you said, someone from New York buying a home for $13,500 and being able to rent it out for cash flow is seriously unheard of. They, like you said, came down from New York, saw it, instantly brought it, and now they're probably cash flowing right now on that same mobile home.
They are. I still talk to them to this day, and they're looking for another deal from us.
Oh, wow.
Man.
Yeah.
I love it, man. So, transitioning to wholesale, that's what I love. Like you said, you put those houses under contract. So, you were able to sell that month, that now this was the let's talk about the one that you were able to wholesale and in a month, and the terms it was like $18K and you were able to make $8K profit.
Yes.
Let's talk about that deal.
Yeah. So we acquired this is within that same package. And this was actually the second deal. So perfect transition. Okay. Did the same thing. We put it on Facebook Marketplace for $13,500. Found a buyer who came out and looked at the property. And guys, this buyer was young. So I was really nervous. Like they were really, really, really young. So I was nervous, like, do they have the cash? So they looked at the property, loved the property. And let me talk about the condition of these properties. These properties were in A1. I mean, beautiful. Like,
wow, that's
like the guy who owned them, his wife had passed away and she had done a lot of the management for him. So when she passed, he just wanted to get rid of them because, they were a team. So his mobile homes were in just excellent condition. So this young couple came and looked at the mobile home. Somehow our wires got crossed and the young lady had messaged me on Facebook Marketplace to say they only had $10,000. Would I sell it for that? Well, I had it under contract for $10,000, so I couldn't sell it for $10,000. I wouldn't have had
no losses.
Right.
So, this young couple, they had a newborn baby. Again, at the time, I was pregnant, 8.5 months pregnant with my son. And just something compelled me to. So when you get in the business of real estate, yes, the money's great, but you are dealing with people and these people need places to live. So we are about our business, but we are very compassionate at the same time. So they were able to verify that they had $10,000. So I'm racking my brain trying to figure out. I didn't want to just, if you have a buyer with cash in hand, it behooves you to try to see what you can work out. Not to the point where you are going to suffer, but if you have someone who has cash and needs a place to live, sometimes you just need to think about it to see how you can make the deal work. So this couple, we parted ways. We didn't think we were going to be able to do business. Me and my husband were just talking, and we were like, man, they're young like we were when we first got married. They have a baby. What can we do? So we went back to them. We said, listen, we can seller finance this for you for 1 year. You'll have to put the $10,000 down. If you can come up with another $1,500, then we'll sell it to you. We're going to have to sell it to you more because we are taking the risk of seller financing. So we're going to have to sell the property to you for $18,000 over a 12-month term. They loved it. So they were able to come up with $11,500. I was able to give our seller his $10,000 cashier's check. We were able to take a nice little $1,500 for our trouble. Right. Lot rent in this park is high. It's $490, but it's an A-class park. So we were able to pay lot rent, put $1,000 in our pocket, and then for 12 months, they paid us $1,091, $556 went to us every month. And that couple I just gave him his bill of sale today, and they were just so grateful. And he was we signed a lease. So when I say we're compassionate, we are about our business. So this was a lease option. So we signed a lease with him for 12 months, and then he had an option to purchase, and that $11,500 was his option fee.
Wow, man, I love it. It. Right? How and everybody that's on here, right? We got 76 people on here. See, look how they led with value, but still having an open heart, right? We're in affordable housing business. That's the business that we are in. So being able to say, okay, listen, I know y'all ain't got the cash, but we're going to give y'all an option. And a lot of people don't realize that seller finance is really an option to help your end buyer, right? We can think about it as the cash flow, but you're still helping somebody to have an affordable payment to end up owning their own home. So, man, I love it.
Yeah, and that's for everybody on here. You want it just like Tiffany did. She thought of a solution. So they came back. They had the $10,000, which was amazing because she's saying this was a young couple. So that was very beautiful within itself. But again, she still, even with having a heart, you still want to make profit on your deal as well. So even with, for what we have, 76 people on there, even for those of you on here that may get stuck in your deal and you do have a buyer that does have capital, but they may not have enough capital, then here's another option to go ahead and extend those terms and kind of do the same thing Tiffany just did and come up with a seller financing term. And then, the same option, just get your money back on the back end.
Definitely.
Yes. So I love how we've been kind of talking about some wholesale deals that you did. We kind of touched on a little bit of like the seller finance, but what would you say is you guys most use strategy in mobile home investing? Have you done buy and hold? Have you done flip? And then just talk about, some more deals in regards to those strategies.
Okay, so yep, we have. I will say this: when you get something under contract, I learned this early. You have a lot of different people with different knowledge bases. It pertains to real estate investing, and some people will tell you like, "Oh, I just do subject to," and I'm using a lot of terminology. So I just do subject to, or I just do burst strategy, or I just do buy and hold, or I learned very early on that your deal is going to lead whatever strategy that you use. So it's going to depend on your seller situation. It's going to depend on the buyers that come. I would say for me, the success that we have had is partly due to, I had a lot of years of just educating myself. Yeah. And I'm not saying have analysis paralysis for those who are trying to figure out how to get going, because I had analysis paralysis and it kept me stuck for a long time. I used to complain about what I didn't have, what I couldn't do, how I couldn't do it. And it just took trying, like taking that first step, whether that's marketing or contacting a lead that you see on Facebook Marketplace. I had to take the first step and then have the courage to continue to follow through. So with that being said, to answer your question, we don't have one particular, every single deal that we've done, we've had to tweak it some kind of way to make it work. But I am going to go into this buy and hold deal that we just picked up October.
Okay.
So we actually touched bases with this seller right before the pandemic hit. She, because we have built a good rapport in this particular park, we now get word of mouth leads. So this seller was moving, wanted to sell their mobile home, but decided to put a tenant in it. Now, I have seen many times before where you'll have someone who's living in a house or a mobile home, they'll move on and they'll say, well, I'm going to become a landlord. And that can be very challenging if you don't have any experience. So what I told her, I said, okay, that's awesome. You're going to put a tenant in it. If you ever get into a bind, please let me know. I left the door open. After the pandemic, October hit, I get a phone call. Hey, Tiffany, it's not working out being a landlord. I'm ready to sell. I said, okay. So I did my due diligence, because when you're dealing with somebody who has a tenant in place, you want to make sure that you're not getting yourself into a bind, especially during this pandemic, because depending on where you live, the moratorium won't allow you to evict like you would have been prior to the pandemic. And when you take lot rent into consideration, you don't want to be on the hook paying $500 a month, or, depending on your area, $200, $300 a month for somebody who's not paying you rent. So I did do my due diligence. I talked to the tenant. So for those of you who may be getting leads with a tenant in place, you need to talk to the tenant yourself, because that tenant is going to tell you everything that's going on. That seller is going to pretty it up as much as possible to get you to buy it, especially if they're in a bad situation. So this deal, it was a great tenant. It was an excellent tenant, which is, that was great. So we bought it. We bought it for $7,000. The seller wanted $12,000. For me, I don't go back and forth. I just say, like, hey, based on the risk of taking on your tenant, I have to make sure that I have a big cushion just in case she decides not to pay me. So we were able to pick up this property for $7,000. We get $800 in rent. The lot rent is $495. The insurance is $52 per month, and we cash flow $253 a month. So that is that's a buy and hold that we have.
Wow. I love it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Every bit of it. It's like every time we do this, you just be hearing stories and you just like, this is amazing. And what I love about you guys is the fact of how you guys are like able to just like switch it up like that quickly. If any problem occurs, you two just are able to just really pivot and offer solutions. And that's what everybody's listening. What Tiffany is doing, her and her husband, and what's your husband's name?
My husband's name is Nick.
Nick. So what Tiffany and Nick are able to do is they're able to offer solutions. They're able to offer so many solutions for tenant buyers, right? They're coming there. And even the fact that what I love about it is when you guys had this, first thing Tiffany said was like, yo, all right, we didn't necessarily have that 40,000, and we weren't gonna put that 40,000, but we got them under contract. Right. And a lot of times we pass up offers because it's what we don't have. But you have to be able to offer solutions. And that is exactly what they did. So that leads me to my next question. Right. How important, we know how important it is, but I want you to talk about the relationships that
huge
in this business.
Huge. Relationships are everything, guys. Getting out of college, and it took me a long time to get out of college, I'm not ashamed to say, because I got married at 20. So got married at 20, had our daughter at 22 when I was 22, and just had another child 18 months later. And so when my daughter was born, everything shifted because she ended up in NICU and I had some issues after delivering her. So whereas I thought I was going to finish school, put her in daycare, start my career, it completely shifted. And my whole focus was taking care of her, going to school. Once I got out of school, we had 2 children at that point. So I was not able to necessarily go into that traditional career that I thought I would. I became a stay-at-home mom, but still I had my family. I'm a fourth generation entrepreneur. So real estate was always the plan, real estate investing. But I am not, we have guys now, wholesalers, who are in their early 20s. There may be some people here who are in their early 20s who don't have any children yet and maybe have a lot of time. So they're able to drive for dollars and do lots of marketing and go to lots of networking events. I had to depend on relationships because for the most part, I am running after babies and changing diapers and reading books. And, that's what I'm doing during the day. Like that's my reality. I'm a mom. So I 100% depend on the relationships and my reputation. I do what I say I'm going to do. I don't overextend myself, and I'm honest. Like if I can do it, I can do it. If I can't, I can't. I don't let emotions lead me in this business. So you asked me about relationships. When it came, as it pertains to this park, and all of these deals, guys, have been in one park. We got to know the park manager. I kept it very professional. I think sometimes, at least our experience with this park is people have a tendency to cross those lines of professionalism. And I don't. I keep it very professional. I do what I say I'm going to do. So we were able to build a good relationship with her. For the sellers who we've purchased from, we have a good reputation. So now that park manager, she contacts us with deals. Sellers, they tell other neighbors in the neighborhood about us. Hey, if you get in a situation, if you get behind on lot rent, if you're facing eviction, give this young lady, this young man a call, and they'll be able to help you. So we get calls. We just did a deal on New Year's Eve. I just got a phone call before we got on with you guys. I got a phone call from a seller who we're going to see a deal tomorrow. I 100% depend on relationships. I will see bandit signs as we're driving, because Atlanta, listen, everybody is following Mobile Home Elite Investors. Okay. Atlanta is getting wild in terms of mobile homes. You see bandit signs for mobile homes everywhere now. But see, what I'll do is I will contact them, because what I know is a year ago, I couldn't find a bandit sign for a mobile home. Right. So I know that, it's picking up steam, it's picking up popularity. So what I'll do is I'll contact a phone number from a bandit sign, and I'll let them know, hey, I'm a cash buyer. Our goal is to buy 4 a month. We, won't try to wholesale your deal. We won't play any games with you. We'll look at your deal, analyze it, let you know what we can do. So guys, I have built so many relationships in this business, and because I don't have time to drive for dollars because I'm taking care of my babies during the day. But what I can do is I can text once a week. So I have a list of contacts. I'll text them once a week. And I'll say, hey, do you have any deals? Do you have any leads? Are you selling anything? And that's how we're able to continue to be successful in this business.
Yes. Oh, man. Listen. Yeah, your story is just so refreshing. Everybody on here, okay, we got 77 people on here. One thing about Tiffany and her husband, to me, y'all represent no excuses. No excuses, right? You have the family, like you said. I would have to become a stay-at-home mom. I'm chasing around babies, but I rely on my relationships. So anybody on here, right? And I love it. First of all, shout out hubby, shout out Nick. Nick is in the
Nick he answering. Imagine we doing a Q&A, but Nick can answer all the questions. So that's cool too. I love it, man. Shout out Nick. He been really, really keeping the comments engaged. Thank you so much.
And he has the 4 babies. So y'all shout out Nick, because they all upstairs with him.
I love it.
Shout
that's
out
so
Nick.
amazing.
I want to find somebody. Here you go, right here. Bobby T said it earlier. Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Yes, definitely.
We got Nick in here killing it. And like I said, no excuses. So it's 2021. And I don't know, a lot of y'all already fired up. Right? Y'all fired up that, yo, this queen is on fire. Her and her husband, her and the king are doing their thing, right? She talked about how competitive Atlanta is and, you know, what she's able to do. And so, like, everybody on here, real quick, like, you really got to look yourself. If you've been saying, I bought the mobile home lead course back in 6 months ago, you know, and I get the pandemic happens and you like, okay, I need to do it. Like Tiffany, you're looking at Tiffany, no excuses. No excuses. The one thing Tiffany, that really stood out, you said, listen, I do what I say.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing to anybody. You only, like when they say word is bond, that's true. You are only good as your word. So if you say, I'm going to do this, and then the next day I'm going to do this, and then you feeling guilty, and that guilt start holding you down like a barrier because you ain't did nothing yet, that's your own guilt. You got to release that guilt and start taking action. Step outside your comfort zone. Yeah, you're not going to get all the answers up front. You're right. Everything not going to be perfect. Tiff, I'm pretty sure y'all made some mistakes, didn't y'all?
Definitely. Definitely.
So no, I really wanted to get everybody, because these lives, we want you to take action. This isn't, we showcasing Tiffany, but we want you to be able to say, okay, wow, what excuse do I have? Right? And like she said, some of y'all ain't got no kids. Right?
There are no excuses, honestly.
So what is your excuse? So at the end of the day, listen, no more excuses. No excuses in 2021. You got to take action.
Yes. So following up from that, so I know we got about 80 people on here. I know we got some brand new investors who this might be their first YouTube live, or like Byron said, we may have some investors who have our course but haven't done anything with it. What's some advice you can give to a new investor who's starting out, who maybe, we're talking about some of the fears that people face with life, right? We can be so hyped up about mobile home investing, but then guess what? Life happens. So then we may take a step back. So what's some good advice you can give to those out here watching?
One thing is definitely I think, and I've seen you guys talk about this before, because when I say I follow you. I know I've just reached out in a DM, but I followed you. But you guys always talk about mindset. And I can say, I remember my husband had a contact in 2015. We sat down with him, and he was a wholesaler, very successful wholesaler. It took me an entire year before I implemented anything that he was teaching us. The single most important thing for me, and I'm sure that a lot of new investors struggle with, is fear. You have to be courageous. Like, even still, the thing I hated the most about real estate investing was talking to sellers, because it's like, what if I don't know what to say? What if they ask me these questions? What if they, I was petrified to talk to sellers, but every time I talk to myself, for me, I'm able to look at my children. My mentor, the guy who I met in 2015, told me, he was like, listen, when you're scared to talk to those sellers, you need to be thinking about all those kids you got, think about them and call those sellers. But honestly, guys, like for me, like when it's time for me to call a new seller back and I'm nervous, for me, I have to think about my kids, and I just have to develop that courage. Like I literally talk to myself like, Tiffany, it's okay. Just take one step at a time. If you mess up on the phone, who cares? You're not on the phone yet. Just call them back. And I literally have to digest things little by little. If I call the seller back, okay, maybe they answer, maybe they don't. If they don't answer, just leave a message. I literally have to talk myself through these small steps all the way through the end of the deal. And it ends up working out. When I get one deal, it's like, well, will I get a next deal? Will I, and what I'll do is I'll slow down and I'll say, okay, you've gotten a deal before. You can find another deal. Use the tools in your tool belt. Try, move forward. Go on Facebook Marketplace instead of getting on Instagram. Go on Craigslist instead of getting on Instagram. Reach out to, are you bothering the part manager? Probably. She's pretty busy, but just, you're only contacting her once a week. Just contact her. Hey, good morning. I just wanted to reach out to see if there was anything available, if anybody needed assistance getting out of their mobile home. So literally it's having courage and just taking the first step. For those who have purchased the course, you guys give homework assignments.
Yeah.
So you make it, you make it very plain. And I think sometimes we look at the end before we look at the beginning. You guys may say something like, okay, guys, I just want you to get on Facebook Marketplace today and look and see what's available. But you may have some people on here who are like, well, if I get on Facebook Marketplace and I find a deal, I don't know how to negotiate. And I don't know how to get on the contract. And you can't look that far ahead. You literally, day by day, I'm no different than anybody else on here. Like, I didn't have $100,000 sitting in the bank. I didn't have, I knew nothing, guys, about mobile homes at all whatsoever. I took just that first single step. And we continue to take that first step every time. And that's why we've been able to be successful over the last year.
I love it, man. It's so powerful, and, you see people just adding, right? 30 seconds of courage. Once you start, you keep going. Fear is such a liar, and it will hold you back. Right. I even see my man Gabe. He said, I'm ordering my bandit size. Right. I love it, man. So, and even you got Whitney saying they're going to use that, definitely use that quote. And so, like, I love it, Tiff, because you're inspiring so many people tonight. And I think that's what it's truly about. And, you really, really, talked about that mindset piece and what you had to overcome. And I think that's so powerful. So, how did I know you talked about the beginning, right? You got the course, but like, how did the program, and you talked about some of it as well, like you said, we had the homework, but how did it really help you throughout your mobile home investing journey?
It helped me because like you guys literally give like the step by step. So I did have that prior knowledge of real estate investing. So I had experience. So to me, the information, it made sense. And I know that sometimes we purchase courses, we want them to work for us, but we don't necessarily put in the work for them to work for us. So I had already had previous experience with courses. So for me, your course, it was just very user-friendly, very culture-minded. And when I say that, you have a lot of courses out there that are not for everyone. And I'm using big terminology, so I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. But you have courses that are not for everyone. And you guys, you gave information. You were just very down to earth. You gave information based on your student. You know where we are. You've dealt with what we dealt with, and you guys presented the course in that manner. And it's like, okay, this is digestible. I can do this. Versus someone who maybe had a trust fund of $150,000 and then they go invest in real estate. So so it helped me because it was very digestible. It was step by step. Even now, I'll go back and just refresh myself because in each segment, you guys just gave a lot of information that was helpful.
No, that's
nice.
That's so dope. And I mean, I feel like, Charlize and I will joke around, but we like for us, it's, of course, we always pride ourselves just being all like, what you see is what you get. But it's like, we understand the way we wanted to kind of present it is almost as if like, you at the barbecue and your cousins, you ask them about a venture. So what you been doing mobile home investing? Explain that to us. So now we like, okay, here goes some slides as well, but we're going to present it in that language for you because we understand that. And that's one thing for us is just like, we get it. Some people, you may see their content, but when you see them in person, they talk totally different. And, for us, we wanted to.
I was gonna say we're the same on and offline. So that's like you said, like we definitely made it for our people. So, to see so many of us, even how you talked about how a year ago mobile home investing in Atlanta was unheard of, but now
it's crazy.
You're seeing bandit signs on every corner, and they understand that our people is now in this. And I mean, we talk about it all the time. It's bigger than us. It's bigger than all of us, and we love to see the growth in it.
Yes, that's super dope. So before we get into Q&A, I know some of you all, Jasmine, talked about the course, right? I love it. I've been seeing some of our students who already have the course. Shout out, I think AH said that they had got their course as well. Man, here we So we got to definitely, we always come up with specials. We want to take care of you guys. So tonight on the live, we got $100 off the Elite e-course tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link in the chat so that way you guys can take full advantage of it. And I'm gonna drop it a few times throughout, and that way you guys can take advantage of the sale. $100 off. Definitely take advantage of it. And we got a few questions. I know I'm gonna try to pick the questions Hubby did not answer.
Yeah, because Hubby answered all
he was
of
killing
them.
it, man. Shout out Nick.
Shout out Nick. That's what's up.
So let's
I know somebody had asked that. I thought, no, he answered. It's too far up. He answered all of it.
I think it was a good one.
It was a good one I saw too.
Oh, here we go. I think that this is a good one. So I think we all can tackle on this. Where are some places to look for money for investments? What's going on, TJ?
Where are some places to look for money for investing? I mean, you guys shared your story. You got a loan, like $10,000 loan.
Yeah.
Yep. So they have a lot of websites like Lending Club. I mean, for those who don't necessarily qualify for traditional funding, like Lending Club and it's another website, I can't think of it, but the fintech lending companies, so financial tech lending companies, those are places that with decent credit, you can get maybe $10,000. I know in the Atlanta market, it's really hard to find good deals like at the $10,000 mark anymore. But let me think of some other places. Your network. Now, I know most of us don't have like an uncle who is just rolling in the dough, but you would be surprised to, if you're passionate about it and already have the deal. I say if you have a deal, you're gonna find money. There's a lot of money circulating right now, and if you can find the deal, you're gonna find the money. If the money is stopping you from investing, don't let it. Like when I'm talking about all these creative methods, networking is gonna be your biggest key. Like if you can't allocate so much money from your budget, you need some money to begin investing. I will say focus on getting that deal first. If you can lock up a deal, call me. I mean, but seriously, that's how I network. I'll, if somebody's beginning and they can really hustle and find something, I work with newer investors, but I would say your network.
I love it.
That's a great answer.
So dope.
I'm trying to find the one. Hubby answered all.
Hubby was killing the questions.
Yeah, he answered. Scroll down.
Here we go.
Yeah, I like that one.
Chandrell says, can we talk about mistakes or lessons learned?
Mistakes. Okay, so first mistake was not knowing how to evaluate mobile homes. So I didn't really know how to price them. And it's going to depend on your area. Like I said, Atlanta, the numbers are really... It's getting crazy, y'all, in Atlanta. But the numbers are really going up. But I will say wherever you live, like Facebook Marketplace is a good indication because you can see a little bit of the condition and you can see what's available and what mobile homes are typically selling for. So that was our first mistake. Let me see, lessons learned. I'm actually going to have to, I don't want to sit here and portray like, oh, we've been perfect in mobile home investing. But guys, we made so many mistakes in real estate investing that we came with the knowledge. We brought all that knowledge to mobile home investing. Yeah. So I have to go back and talk about my mistakes in real estate investing. So it's a bunch of them. Thinking that I needed more money than I actually needed. We were on the whole, had got some advice about the whole credit card thing. And, before with real estate investing had a bunch of credit cards. Well, when you pull that money off those cards, that it's due, and if you're not doing deals, then it's due. That almost wiped us out. Like literally that almost wiped us out. So thinking that I needed more money, and I'm gonna say this again. Some other people may say something different, but my strategy is find the deal first. If it's a good deal, you're gonna find the money for it. Like somebody's gonna want that deal. Somebody's gonna want to bring money to the table. So thinking we needed more money than we actually did, not doing due diligence well, look well into the matter. You know, everything that glitters is not gold. Just because somebody is telling you it's a good deal, you really need to do your research. As it pertains to mobile homes, I'm going to say it again, buy Elite Mobile Home Investing course because they're going to tell you how to analyze a good deal. What are other things? Analysis paralysis, just spending too much time. I mean, it's so many courses out here about so many things. It's exhausting. Yeah. And I was that person who was like, oh, I need to know everything before I can do anything. Pick a thing and work on that one thing and see how it pans out. So those are a couple of lessons that were learned.
Oh, man.
Yes, thank you for sharing. Let's see.
Any other questions? Like I said, hubby was killing the questions. Oh, man.
Shout out Crystal. Thank you so much, love.
Oh, man, that's huge. I love it.
Oh, man, keep us updated. Send us a DM when you get that first purchase.
I definitely love it. Alan. Oh, hey, Alan, what's going on? Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let's see if we have any more questions. I don't see any other ones. Let me go through it. I just want to make sure we get the people because you answered about the mistakes. Somebody asked about the mistakes.
Yeah, these are good. Hubby got all of them.
Yeah, hubby got all the questions. Man, that's super dope. If you guys can think of some other questions, definitely put them in the chat. So I got a question for you. I know, again, we got 83 people on here, and you talked about your real estate experience and then your transition into mobile homes. Is there anything that you do now for personal development, or when it comes to like any books you're reading, anything to really keep you focused?
I'm taking a course all the time. I really do invest in my education. I didn't know how important that was. Like people tell you in the beginning, like you have to pay your dues and you have to invest in your education, and you really can get complacent. It's really easy to get complacent. So I'm always taking a course. I'm always looking at refresher courses. I always have, and I'm sitting at my husband's desk and I'm looking at his row of books, but I'm trying to think about books that I have. But there is a flipping book, and I'm sorry guys, I don't have it in front of me, but it's by Jay Scott. And if you follow like the Bigger Pockets platform, Jay Scott is kind of he's popular in real estate investing. But there's a flipping book by him. There's a creative investing book by Brandon Turner. These are all people associated with Bigger Pockets. So books, these are all books that I keep, that I look at as resources. You guys' course, I still will look at it, if I'm about to go analyze, because we're going to go analyze a deal that's on land.
Nice.
So, when I need refreshers, I always look at your course. So I am always, I invest in my education on a continuous basis. Like every year, I'll invest the money, because what I've learned is when someone like these two put a course together based on all of their mistakes and all of their knowledge, that one course may advance you 10 years because it's mistakes you don't have to make. It's information you don't have to go and dig for. So I love a good course that provides value. So I will say, in terms of educating myself, I buy courses. I've already purchased the mobile home park intensive that you guys are doing. So
oh man,
we can't wait to see you.
Yeah, speaking of that, I gotta get the link. So we have a mobile home park, right? Boot camp live course that we'll be doing January 16th, January 17th. With a Queen Q Nicole McNair that has also purchased a mobile home park in North Carolina. We're going to talk about our experiences from purchasing mobile home parks and just giving the game on, about mobile home parks and listen, in 2021, we want more mobile home park owners, minority owned mobile home parks. And listen, we definitely got to share anything that we get. We definitely want to share with you guys as well. So actually, let me find a link for that. I'm going to post that in there if anyone is interested in signing up. And I'm going to post that in there as well.
Yes, it's a 2-day live boot camp. It's like 4 hours each day. We bringing on, man, it's going to be heat. That's all I'm going to say. I ain't going to say too much. I'm just going to say, because we get so many DMs about, oh, well, I want to learn how to purchase a whole entire park and, trying to get all the information in the DM. And that's like, no. Make sure you in this masterclass, because that's where you're going to get the A to Z on how to purchase a mobile home park and really just learn about the different avenues, right? It's not just one way to purchase a park. It's multiple avenues on how you can acquire mobile home parks. And we're going to be talking about that the entire weekend. So as soon as Byron gets the link again, he'll go ahead and drop that. If you do have any questions, send us a DM directly. But again, you definitely, if you've been in mobile home investing, and I'm gonna be real with you guys too, because we said we're probably gonna go live this week to talk about this. But if you have been in mobile home investing like Tiffany, she's done multiple deals. So now she is ready to transition because she knows a little bit about the market. She knows about mobile home investing. We do say if you have not done a mobile home deal, then the mobile home park masterclass may not be for you just now. Again, this is our first one. We're still going to have more, of course, coming up in the future. But if you have been in the field, you have done a deal or two, then that class is for you, because you do want to start transitioning your mindset to owning mobile home parks. And the reason why we say that is because, if you have never done a deal, you don't know anything about the transactions. You don't know about a mobile home. You don't know about the rehab. You don't know about moving a home, placing a home. So, transitioning now to the commercial side, you're going to be all over the place. It's best to just, like, Tiffany kind of talked about, starting at step A. Step A would be buying an individual mobile home, either wholesaling it, flipping it, doing rent to own. And then eventually, after so many deals, you do want to transition out of somebody else's park. And now, if this is really something that you see yourself doing full time and want to do a full-time business, then you want to transition to a mobile home park.
Yeah. And I appreciate everybody bearing with me. Unfortunately, I have this Sprint service that does not that don't want to act right when we need it to act right. But man, listen, like, I wanted to shout out to King Kimberly. I have a chance to purchase one tomorrow, first time. Listen, Kimberly, we were definitely wishing you the best of luck. You said, how do you do it? Man, I'm gonna tell you this, you gotta do it.
Yeah, you got to do it. And I love how you say you have a chance to purchase one tomorrow, but you just on module 3. I got to be real with you, Kimberly. You actually want to finish the entire course, because it's again, you still got 4 more modules, and you're going to need those modules in order to go ahead and make sure that you're purchasing the home. You have the correct paperwork. So I know you just on module 3. And again, I'm not saying to not purchase the home tomorrow, but you definitely want to continue to educate yourself to make sure that you're not getting played on any paperwork, any title, bill of sales, or anything that needs to be, in that closing.
Yeah, no, definitely. So we definitely wishing you the best of luck. Hope says, can you talk about the differences in Atlanta mobile home prices?
Yes. So the prices in Atlanta a year ago, you could pick up one that was move-in ready for $10,000. Now, move-in ready mobile home, you may be paying $22,000, honestly. The deals that we're picking up now, we just bought one for $21,000. We bought one for $22,000. They're getting up there. The ones that are in a park that are move-in ready, it's a lot of demand in the Atlanta area. And it's a lot of wholesalers who are getting in who, I'm going to say it, who don't have the education. And now they're just seeing on, because Facebook Marketplace, you can't go to MLS to do comps for mobile home. Well, you can on land. You can on land, but the ones that are in parks, you're going on Facebook Marketplace. And what I'm seeing coming on Facebook Marketplace now, I just saw one for $16,500 that literally needs a full gut, and it just, it's not that the market is naturally doing this. It's that there are a lot of people who are like, oh, mobile homes is a lower price point, so I'm gonna dabble in here, because I did not mention when I'm calling these wholesalers, a lot of times they're not even answering, like the bandit signs I'm seeing, they're not answering the phone. When I do get them on the phone, it's not something that they really do. It's something that they're trying out. Like the last 3 bandit signs I've called to say, hey, I'd love to network with you. It's like, one guy literally said, well, if I start talking to a seller who has a mobile home, can I call you so I can know what to ask them? And that's dangerous. It's dangerous. So I will say the numbers are going up, and not necessarily because it's worth it. So when Sharnice and Byron are telling you guys, finish the course, understand what you're doing, they're serious, because it's a lot of people who are jumping in who like literally know nothing about mobile homes. So the Atlanta market is getting challenging.
Yeah, no, that's so true. It. And then Kimberly said, opportunity came up, who can I call? And then AA said, call Tiffany. Like she said, I know, right? I need to drop her my number. So hey, I went ahead and put Tiff's DM her. Tiff, it may be a house, it may be a good lead for you. So make sure you DM her, Kimberly. And then if you got any pictures, anything like that, you guys maybe to work out something.
Yeah, you can. I'm really like, y'all, I don't post a lot on social media. I don't have a lot of followers. So I'm really like, I talk to people. People had to talk to me in order for me to get my start. So, if you're in the Atlanta area and you've participated in their course and you're coming up with deals and you're struggling, or, if you're getting deals under contract, so you guys do have to, I'm busy with my babies. So, if you're getting good deals under contract and you're just like, okay, I got it under contract, but I don't know what to do from here. I am a buyer, and I will analyze the deal to see if it's a good fit for us. So on Instagram, you can reach out to me. Again, y'all, I only have like 400 followers, and that's okay with me, because I don't do social media a lot, but I will respond to your message if you reach out to me.
I love it. Appreciate that. So look, y'all heard that, and look, you better come with some good deals, like she said.
Yeah, good deals.
Don't waste Tiffany's time. Look, don't get in her DM trying to get the A to Z on the course, and you got the course. No, come in her DM with an actual real prospect, the actual good deals that you guys can potentially, like she said, she's a buyer, so come with her with some good deals.
Yeah, shout out Rob for grabbing the course. Appreciate you. But yeah, like you said, don't waste the time, right? And that's for anybody. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, right? You guys may see, Tiff on this interview, and I get it, right? It's like, oh man, she's in Atlanta. Here's the thing: unless you're willing to pay a consultation, right? Don't call her and then be trying to get free information. We got plenty of free information for you. It's a lot of free information out there.
Free, and not even just us no more. There's so many other people who have platforms, showing you guys mobile home investing. It's a lot of free information out there. But I will say, unfortunately, free information can sometimes cost you in the end, right? Because you're trying to piece a lot of stuff together. So that's why it is good to, be in somebody's program that gives you the A to Z that you do have access to. So that way you're not just trying to figure stuff out.
Yeah. So, man, I mean, this was super dope. This was super dope.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you for taking it. Hey, Nick, thank you so much for holding down the fort, Nick.
Yes, right? I love it.
Truly appreciate you. We definitely want to let you get back. And everybody, I love it. Again, like everybody's saying, listen, very informative. Show Tiffany some love in the comments. Right, because we
tell her thank you for taking the time away from her babies to come talk about mobile home investing with y'all, man. For her husband to be in the comments while he got the babies, answering questions. Listen, this is what it's all about. Mobile Home Elite. We are family. We definitely are a community. So, man, definitely you want to thank Tiffany and Nick for being here tonight with you guys.
Yeah. Hey, Chameleonaire. She had talked about She had talked about, that's Cash Flow Q. What's up, Cash Flow Q?
Oh, what's up?
Oh man,
Chameleonaire, we got to get you on here too soon.
Yeah, the sisters and she and Charlotte doing a thing, but now we know who the plug is down in Atlanta.
Right, look, we got a plug too. Listen.
Oh man, I love it. Again, I definitely want to showcase. You see everybody showing the love.
Thank you guys.
And again, I love these two. They unrehearsed. I prefer, oh man, that's hubby right there, man.
Oh,
he said, "Thank you, everybody." Yes.
Appreciate you, hubby.
Unrehearsed, right? We do this because we want to showcase the people that are out there doing it. At the end of the day, Sharnice and I, we just want to, just give as much as we can. And so, like Virgie said, make sure you like the video, right?
Yes.
Show us some love. This is free. The best you can do is just make sure before you leave, you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and share with somebody, right? If somebody, you're explaining this and he's like, you know what? Here, just follow them on YouTube, okay? And then that'll help explain more things. We got more of these videos coming. Tiff, I can't wait for this one to go in the archive. This is going to be a special one for everybody that's definitely looking at this. Again, thank you so much for taking your time out to be with us tonight.
Thank you, guys. I greatly appreciate it.
Oh man, anytime. And then 1 second, we're gonna jump off, Tiff, and then we got 1 second with you. So everybody, thank you so much again. Thank you. Y'all have a blessed one. Make sure you guys sign up for the workshop if you're interested, and I'm gonna drop it in the chat one more time. If you're interested in learning how to purchase a mobile home park, all right, and then actually be successful in it, make sure you guys click that link. Register, and again, if we got $100 off in the course, you'll see in the comments. I'm gonna drop that one more time. Take full advantage of that, right? Listen, invest in your education. Make sure you don't make those mistakes. So, y'all have a blessed one.
Good night. We'll see you next week.